Hello, and welcome to the Class of 2024 Commemorative Program. My name is Natalie Richards. I'm this year's Senior Class President and Master of Ceremonies for the Commemorative Program. I'd first like to thank the Atlas Quartet for our processional and first opening act. Next up, I would like to welcome Emerson Fatzinger and Jacqueline Schmidt, the SAC Vice President and Secretary, for our opening speech.
Hi everybody, I'm Emerson, the Student Advisory Council's Vice President.
And I'm Jackie, SAC Secretary. We weren't supposed to be up here giving the speech, but our President, Brooke Swatsky, is at state for track, so we're taking over.
On April 24th, while we were sitting in the back of Nussbaum's stats class, the news broke that we would have to be here today, standing in front of you all giving a speech. So we did the first thing that came to mind, and we panicked and asked all of our teachers what we should write it about. When asking for advice, Nuss gave us a long, elaborate story about baseball, as he does, and if you heard Nussbaum tell a story, you probably understand what we're talking about.
As someone who's been a part of the school for a long time, his years of stories, although sometimes random, has never failed to inspire and amuse us. Taking in the advice and memories from teachers around us has shaped us into the people we are today. We once were in his class, flipping through old yearbooks, absorbing old memories and nostalgia within the pages. He pointed out that in 30 years, we likely look back at our high school yearbook with the same fondness. The moments we've shared in the past 4 years are coming to an end, and soon will just be memories that we hold of each other.
Sooner than we'll know, we'll be the ones telling the stories of our high school days. I like to think about how we can share stories of our chronic absenteeism, or that we have the worst attendance in school history,
Or when our high-energy assemblies that ended with shirts taken off.
or how we won state for soccer and back-to-back crosstown classics.
We cherish these memories for many reasons. Of course, everyone loves the feeling of victory, but also we are fond of these memories because of whom we share them with.
Our parents, teachers, and those older than us often share stories of their high school's experience, sometimes filled with regrets and the desire to do things differently. So while we can't travel back in time to change the past, we can certainly shape our future to avoid similar regrets. Mistakes and missteps are a natural part of life, and I know that over the past 4 years, we've all definitely experienced some, but our mistakes, along with our accomplishments, is what makes us into who we are.
So, as we close our yearbooks and say our sad goodbyes, remember that your journey doesn't end here. It merely transforms into a new chapter filled with limitless possibilities. Even though we will all end up in drastically different places, the life we create here at Central will never go away, as our experiences as a class of 2024 will always be a part of us. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome the NCHS Encores performing My Future by Billie Eilish.
I can't seem to focus, and you don't seem to notice. I'm not here, I'm just a mirror. You check your reflection to find your reflections all alone. I had to go. get to know myself. I know supposedly I'm lonely now. Unhappy with that someone. Aren't I someone? To be your answer. You're so handsome. I know better than to drive you home. 'Cause you'd invite me in. Oh, I'll be yours again. I'm in love with my future. Don't know
I'm in love, but not with anybody else.
just wanna get to know myself.
Next, I would like to welcome, commemorating the class of 2024, Luke Flesner.
Good evening. A graduation can be filled with many emotions. Students may be nervous, parents may be sad, and teachers may be counting down the days until we're gone. But I can't think about what's ahead of us without first reminiscing about the past. A couple of months ago, I found myself looking through my 2012 kindergarten yearbook. As I flipped through the pages, I counted 42 students that are still together at Naperville Central. 42 of us started as a group of kindergartners at Scott School Elementary, and on this train ride through school, we have picked up many people from many different stops. From different elementary schools, different middle schools, and different high schools, we have grown into the class of 2024. In a couple days, we'll be sitting out on the football field for our graduation ceremony. 4 years ago, we started our journey on that very field wearing masks for freshman orientation, and soon enough, we'll be on the same field wearing caps and gowns to finish it. I'm sure we all have our own personal memories on that field, but I'm here to highlight some of the things that we have done together. Since the time we were freshmen, we have held countless assemblies, band competitions, sporting events, and even a solar eclipse, which saw the whole student body united on our turf. Memories that we have made as a group are what have made this high school experience so special and something that I will always cherish and be thankful for. Now for the future, I'm sure many of you had aspirations to be an astronaut, a Disney princess, or like myself, a professional athlete. As a kid, I thought I would make it pro in every sport. Now I'll have to settle for intramural basketball twice a week. For the rest of you, I know everyone has different plans ahead of them, whether you choose to further your education, join the workforce, serve in the military, or anything in between. I hope we all find something with meaning and something that we can take pride in. The lessons that we have learned together, the relationships that we have built together, and even our failures have helped us grow into the people that we are today. Just like we all boarded this train at different stops, we will soon step off at different destinations, except for the 100 of you going to Mizzou. With that being said, the last 4 years have been special, but I truly believe that the best is yet to come for all of us here today. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome our next musical act, The Soul Project, performing Golden by Corey Wong.
chorus twice.
Hello, my name is Bianca. I'm a senior and I'm a vocalist for the Soul Project. This is Addie Hager. She's also a vocalist for the Soul Project. To my right is Zach de Guzman on the keys today. I have Nolan Shen on the drum set today. Ben Whitlock on the trombone. Anna Fernandez on the tenor sax. And Polina Derry on the bass guitar. This is like our favorite song. It's called Golden.
Looking all around at the people I see, everybody's living the dream. Starring in a show that we film on our phones, taking photos of pretend magazine. I don't want silver, don't want the bronze. I won't play party, I'll play the funds. Every time I see you shining thin on my screen, maybe that could be me. Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop running till we got that something golden, Looking over there at the grass of your place, wondering why it's greener than mine. While you're looking over here at my studio space, wishing you had that kind of time. I don't want silver, don't want the bronze. I won't play party, I'll play the funds. Try to keep my head down and just not care what's not over there. Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop running till we got that something golden, golden. Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop the running till we got that something golden, golden. Hey, 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 give me that Grammy, give me that glow. I get into a top shelf gold. Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden.
Next, I would like to welcome Principal Jackie Thornton for our statement of commemoration.
Thank you. First, I think it might be important for you to know that although it was close, the class of 2023 actually had worse attendance than you did. All right, Red Hawks. As you know, this is only my second year as principal at Naperville Central and the second statement of commemoration. Last year, both me and Mrs. Shapinski were new to these senior end-of-year events, and I was trying to figure it all out. So I asked an expert in senior end-of-year activities, Mrs. Plackett, about the differences between my role tonight and my address Sunday at graduation. Essentially, what I learned is that in alignment with the overall reflective theme of the commemorative ceremony, tonight's remarks are more personal and Sunday is a more formal address. So I think it's only fair to let you know in advance that I don't think there's any way I'm going to make it through this without crying. But then I'm not going to cry Sunday. But first, a little bit of fun and celebration. When I began at Naperville Central many, many years ago, there was a culminating award for seniors called the Principals Award that one senior received at the end of the year. Over time, and for reasons I'm not exactly sure of, the Principals Award went away. So last year, I decided that I'm the principal now, so I can bring it back. In revitalizing this award, my aim is to recognize members of the class of 2024 whose leadership has transcended their individual clubs or teams to building-wide influence, and to those who have used their voice to help establish student community in alignment with a vision that is truly inclusive while still respecting our traditions. I start the process by asking club and activity sponsors for nominations, so kind of like the equivalent of a red and white award, but for activities. And there is absolutely no way for me to limit this award to just one, and since I'm the principal, I don't have to. So I would like to ask Harry Wu, Vinay Nararari, Lily Robinson, Brooklyn Hinton, Anisa Aziz, and Sam Lenzine to join me on stage. Why don't you stand in the middle? That'd be great. Let's do it. And I'm going to start with Harry and Vinay. Mr. Miller, sponsor of the Computer Science Club, nominated Harry and Vinay for this award and noted, Vinay and Harry came to me at the end of sophomore year to ask about restarting Computer Science Club. They have taken the reins of the club and steered it in a great direction that sees around 30 students participating in weekly club meetings and more students working outside the club on software projects such as the SOAR Infinite Campus project. Vinay and Harry have helped create a community for computer science students that will hopefully last well beyond their time at Naperville Central. For those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going. For those of you who don't know, just like any other time of the school day, we feel it's important that student attendance be accounted for during support periods. And in order to do that, all students must be assigned to support. In an ideal world, each student would get the reminder, log into Infinite Campus, and select a support when that reminder comes. But the world of support is not yet ideal. We have gathered feedback from students and from teachers. We've adjusted timelines, we've tried different methods of reminders, and despite all those efforts, way too many students still don't select a support. Today, as an example, over 1,000 students failed to select a support, and that used to take Mrs. McFadden, our assistant principal for operations, hours each week to schedule students in a support. Over the course of a year, including time over last summer, Harry and Vinay worked together with Mrs. McFadden and our district tech team to create a program that would automatically assign students who did not choose a support. Their program prioritized the student's 3 lowest grades and placed the student into one of those supports. So now, our students are able to get the help they need, and the program significantly reduces the time it takes for everyone assigned to a support. And Mrs. McFadden is now able to dedicate her talents to other aspects of the student experience at Naperville Central. Plus, she even has a little time to pay attention to me, and I appreciate that. Harry and Vinay saw a problem. They worked tirelessly to develop a solution. They've revitalized the club, and they've improved the overall experience for students at Naperville Central in so many immeasurable ways. Thank you for revitalizing this club, and thank you for your dedication to Naperville Central. Lily and Brooklyn. Lily and Brooklyn are influential leaders in our Black and Latina Leadership Association. Here is how club sponsors Mr. Wilson and Mr. Brady described their impact at Naperville Central. Lily Robinson and Brooklyn Hinton are an embodiment of what makes Naperville Central what it is and what it could be. Both students have gone above and beyond to invest their time and energy into this school and into their peers. Both have committed themselves to numerous clubs and activities. Both were the driving force behind our revamped celebration of Black History Month at Naperville Central, and both are unafraid to call out injustice and inequity when they see it in institutions, in curriculum, or in everyday interactions at Naperville Central. Both students will leave a lasting impact through long-term systemic changes that will be felt by students and faculty for years to come. Rarely do we get the opportunity to engage with such thoughtful, mature, and driven young adults. Lily and Brooklyn have served on panels, in clubs, and committees to ensure that the voice of students of color at our school is heard, as well as throughout our district. They are charismatic, caring, and thoughtful young women who are committed to making the world a better place. Thank you for all that you have given and all that you have given up to make Naperville Central better. They actually didn't leave me very much room to add to that description of what you have done at Naperville Central. so I'm going to echo their thanks. I want to thank you for trusting me with your stories and your experiences. I want to thank you for using your voice in ways that will have lasting impact, but mostly for doing that with faith and with me, in me and in this school. That change will take time, but it will come. You shared selflessly, knowing the full impact wouldn't be seen before you graduated. We will not let you down. Thank you both. Anissa. Those of you who know Anissa know the impact she's had at Central in and out of the classroom. What you might not know is that she might be the only student I know of that is having an equally significant impact at students at North as well. Anissa plays lacrosse at Central, but loves field hockey, which is open for students at both schools, but coached at North, and therefore they use their facilities. She never lost her Red Hawk roots, but somehow found time to be a leader on the shared field hockey club across town. I had the great pleasure of getting to know Anissa this year through her leadership of our Muslim Student Association and participation on Diversity Board. Here's what MSA sponsor Mrs. Hindi said about Anissa in her nomination. From day one, Anissa has not only demonstrated her passion and kindness, but she has also become a strong mentor within the MSA club, taking the initiative to ensure that each club meeting is not only meaningful, but also ensuring that every student feels welcomed, heard, and represented is no small feat, especially at her age. I have had the privilege of working alongside Anissa and have witnessed firsthand her thoughtfulness in everything she does, whether it's reaching out to organizations to arrange quality lectures or participating in town hall meetings to represent the club. Anissa's efforts are truly exceptional. She's one of a kind, and I am confident that she will continue to positively impact anyone who's fortunate enough to cross her path. And she included a smiley face emoji. What I have appreciated most about Anissa's leadership in a significantly challenging year is her willingness to listen, to consider multiple perspectives, and to seek mutually beneficial solutions. She genuinely sought to understand where advocacy and opportunity for students in a club with religious affiliations can and should exist, and where it has limitations in a public school. Like Lily in Brooklyn, Anissa was vulnerable. She shared ideas and provided honest feedback based in her experiences when the Diversity Board took our school audit. And she talked about why, even within the club, our experiences with student language, rumors, and gossip were so different. Because of this honesty, we were able to bring in learning experiences for student leaders and have developed a learning plan that will positively impact all students beginning next school year. Thank you, Anissa. Sam Lenzine is simply a good human. I had the first introduction to Sam during his junior year when he presented a fundraising plan for a polar plunge that would raise funds to support social outings for our students with special needs, including helping support the significant expense of prom. Despite his best efforts, the district insurance team ultimately thought the fundraiser came with too many liabilities. It was a proposal that showcased all that Sam is, however. The official nomination for this award came from Mr. Keisling, who said, "I would like to nominate Sam Lenzine. Sam is one of the head Red Hawk Rowdies. He's an adapted PE leader. He's a friendly and involved peer who takes the time to work with anyone from the student body. He's able to be silly, but also knows when the situation needs more attention and focus. He's aware of others and strives to do his best regardless of the situation. In all seriousness, if my own two kids could grow up to be half as awesome as Sam, I would feel like I did something right. He is easily one of the best kids to walk the halls of Naperville Central this year." Mrs. Shapinski and Mrs. Hagenbauer added, "Sam was one of our Rowdy leaders this year and was in charge of social media and communication for the Rowdies. He helped build school spirit and significantly improved communication and awareness around the school. Sam always went above and beyond to help organize events, came up with new creative ideas such as naming the student section the Hawk's Nest. He's an amazing role model for all students of what true Red Hawk spirit looks like. And not only is he a Rowdy, but he's also a leader in athletics from elite swim and water polo teams." Sam, thank you. We have counted on your student leadership in a number of ways this year, and you've always exceeded our expectations. You modeled the inclusive mindset and community spirit we strive for. Thank you. I'm going to give you all hugs after, if that's okay. Okay? Congratulations. Let's give them one more round of applause. right, class of 2024, here's my personal note. You're about to hear me share stories and express the wide range of emotions that all of your parents and family members are feeling. So thank you for giving us all grace today and in the next week, in the weeks to come. There simply will never be another class like the class of 2024 for me. Many of you know that I am here today proud to be your principal, but even more proud to be Jake's mom. Because of this unique experience, some of the reason I'll never have another class like yours is simply longevity. If your path to Naperville Central came through Elmwood and Lincoln, I've had the privilege of seeing you grow up in some ways since kindergarten. That is special, and I am grateful. I love Naperville Central. I just had a birthday last week and had the realization that I've been a Red Hawk for more than half of my life. I've been here since I was student teacher in 1996. The reason I have dedicated my adult life to Naperville Central is that I love it. I love the people. I think we work really hard to make sure that our students achieve at high levels, have outstanding opportunities while you're with us and when you leave us. And we truly hope that you enjoy your high school experience. We want each of you to belong and to know that you have adults in our school that care deeply about you, and we care about your success in and out of the classroom. I truly feel honored on an everyday basis to be able to represent you and to represent our Red Hawk educators as principal. One of the true gifts of my job is that I've been able to experience Naperville Central and your experience above and beyond the classroom. I have absolutely loved getting to know you by being one of your biggest fans at games, at performances, at concerts, plays, musicals, contests, competitions, and getting to shake your hand at senior night events. Truly, I have what I want for all of you. I want you to find a career that you love. I want you to find work in a place where you are valued, where you are challenged to continue to learn and to grow, and you're able to take risks because you know that you're in a community of people who will support you and will have your back if your initial plan doesn't go the way that you thought it would. I love this job and I love this school. So, how lucky am I that I got to share the last 4 years of this high school experience in a school that I love with my favorite person in the world. I know that these are the words I keep using, but I don't know another way to describe it. Jake, the last 4 years have been the greatest joy of my life. I am so proud of you. I am so excited for you. I know you're ready, and I can't wait to see what your next steps include. But I really like you, and I'm gonna miss you. So even though most days when we walk in the doors, I don't see you till we're home at night, I'm still gonna miss that everyday experience with you. Being able to walk this student experience with you as your parent and as an educator has brought more to what I thought I already knew about the student experience at Central. But truly, the gift is that I've been able to see all of you, class of 2024. I've been able to see all of you transform over the course of your experience. You can make fun of me, all you want, but I saw you find your people and find your passion, and you are different leaving than you were entering. The influence of Naperville Central students, educators, and experiences has brought you all confidence and readiness, and it is with awe that I have had the opportunity to watch your transformation. As sad as I am about you leaving, I am confident in your readiness, and I thank Naperville Central very personally. Jake certainly isn't the only member of this class who has helped me gain confidence as I transition to this role of principal in your junior year. You have always shown me in big and little and very generous ways what Red Hawk life is about. I have learned that you don't sleep very much. People who think I'm here a lot don't have any idea how my schedule compares to yours. You are section leaders in the marching band. You're doing teaching internships. You're starting companies. You're taking college level classes. You're serving as ambassadors. You're team captains. In fact, last week I saw at least 2 of you play a lacrosse game and then change your clothes and come perform at a band concert in the same night. You're in the musical. You're competing on teams, you're doing volunteer hours for your honor societies, you're working part-time jobs, and yes, you're keeping up with the workload of 6 or 7 classes. You are amazing. What I have learned is that there is no such thing as a small team or a small club, because to you, that might be the most important reason for coming to school. The dedication of our teachers and coaches has been confirmed for me in all new ways, but what isn't lost on me is the importance of your contribution to the community experience for your classmates and for the students who will follow you. So there's no way for me to thank all of you, but I would like to thank the Matts, the Noahs, the Sams, the Biancas, the Yashvis, the Amayas, the Javens, the Evelyns, the Wills, the Athenas, the Sarahs, the Amandas, the Alisars, the Tories, the Christians, the Lilies, the Lukes, the Evans, the Jacks, the Patricks, the Catherines, the Marys, the Nolans, the Jakes, and the Maves, who have trusted me with your stories, invited me to your performances, shared your experiences with me. You are a true blessing in my life, and I know I'll be a better principal in the years to come because of what I have learned from you. I'm sorry. Congratulations. I am so proud of you. I am not saying goodbye. I'm saying I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow morning, in fact. I hope you know that you will always be welcome at Naperville Central. You'll no longer be a student after Sunday, but you'll always be a Red Hawk. There will never be another class like 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Thornton. Next up, we'd like to welcome another musical group, Esperanzo, performing Smile by Charlie Chaplin.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. You light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile, smile, you just smile, oh, smile, smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fears. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. You
Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness.
although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile.
the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile, smile, smile. You just smile. Oh, you just smile.
Next up, we'd like to welcome our last speaker of the night for our commemorative address, Ms. Taylor Heatherly.
Goodness. All right, hold on. I got some setup required. Okay. Wow, that was incredible. Okay, so to begin today's speech, I'm going to ask you to actually do a couple things. The first, I want you to get out your phones. So yeah, I know we're itching, we're checking, got to see the scores. And I'd like you to take out your timer and please put 8 minutes. No, unfortunately, my speech is not just 8 minutes, a little longer, but I promise I'll bring it full circle and bring it back, and it will all make sense in the end. I also really want to encourage audience participation, be audible, be loud, cheer, boo, and including audience participation. Actually, the next slide's going to be a survey. I'm just kidding. No, I won't make you a survey. You've taken plenty of those. Okay, so thank you, Principal Thornton. Thank you, Mr. Jarvis. Thank you to the Senior Class Council and the Class of 2024 for this incredible honor and really humbling moment. Some of you know how special the number 24 is to me. My birthday is April 24th, and my whole life it has just been my athletic number, but it's also shown up in a great many more times. I feel very connected to your class. Number one, I love the number 24. Number two, you were freshmen and came into the school at the same time that I got to come back to my alma mater. You are graduating on the exact same day that I did on May 19th, and I was Luke 14 years ago. Great job. And the song before this was Smile, which was my prom theme. So there's just so many things that were beyond my control that are so special and also just little God winks to me. To begin, I'd like to start with a poem by Alberto Rios titled When Giving Is All We Have. One river gives its journey to the next. We give because someone gave to us. We give because nobody gave to us. We give because giving has changed us. We give because giving could have changed us. We have been better for it. We have been wounded by it. Giving has many faces. It is loud and quiet, big though small, diamond and wood nails. Its story is old, the plot worn, and the pages too, but we read this book anyway, over and again. Giving is, first and every time, hand to hand, mine to yours, yours to mine. You gave me blue, I gave you yellow, together we are simple green. You gave me what you did not have, and I gave you what I had to give. Together, we made something greater from the difference. Different is one word I would use to describe your high school experience. Different, unprecedented, once in a generation. Not only is every high school experience just different for every individual, your class experience was different. I don't have to remind you of the masks, and you know how different it was. But I more want to focus on the difference that you made as a class. You gave the school the first soccer state championship, boys soccer state champion, and yeah, heck yeah. And there was a program record of 19 seniors. This is the first year Naperville Central competed in competitive cheer in the co-ed division. This is the first year Naperville Central had women's wrestling. Boys golf, oh yeah, we're gonna be clapping a lot. Boys golf had two-time undefeated DVC champions for the first time in school history. Cross country, oh yeah, y'all, there's a whole list. There's 2 pages actually, so gear up. Cross country was runner-up at the prestigious Midwest Invite, which is Wisconsin's biggest and deepest meet, featuring 50 teams. Badminton had the largest team to date. Last year, according to Michael Schatz's JV baseball team was the greatest of all time. For the first time in 6 years, boys lacrosse could have a full sophomore level. Track and field, for the first time in school history, has won DVC championship for 3 times, back to back to back, and they were also sectional champions back to back. Oh yeah. During your time, there's been named a new girls soccer coach, boys basketball coach, and 3 new athletic directors. During your time, football was played during March and April. For the first time, the Veterans Club welcomed a Bronze Star recipient back who was also an NCHS District 203 graduate. The club grew to over 40 members and was able to connect students with the Naperville VFW for monthly Heinz Veterans Hospital visits, as well as local retirement homes to build relationships with those veterans. MSA initiated global philanthropy to places such as Turkey and Gaza. BLA has created Spirit Weeks to honor both Black History Month as well as Hispanic Heritage Month. They are starting programs to help minorities with the college application process. They have had difficult, open conversations in restorative circles about how race should be discussed within our school, as well as spearheaded efforts to educate peers and teachers. Noose became even more legendary, representing the girls' women basketball team on a Gatorade commercial. You saw the first female bowler go to state. Theater Central was instrumental in building connection after the pandemic. Their first Zoom play, audition, rehearsal, was all filmed on Zoom, never in person, and it was called 10 Ways to Survive Life in a Quarantine. Yes, heck yeah. Stage radio play where there was no live audience, it was just film and streamed, the 39 Steps. And the musical was actually the first thing done with limited audiences of 200 people performed in masks, the 25 annual Putnam Spelling Bee. There was the horror play Trap, Puffs, a personal favorite, Beauty and the Beast, Still Life with Iris, Almost, Maine, Les Miserables, 12 Angry Jurors, which was selected for the Illinois High School Theater Festival, The Play That Goes Wrong, and Legally Blonde. Amazing. The dance team won sectionals for the first time as an IHSA sport. You started a pickleball club. Honestly, taking the world by storm. PRISM has advocated for trans rights and more gender-inclusive language on Infinite Campus. This is the last year of IHSA boys gymnastics, but they finished top 8 in state. It's moving to club level. Your class saw 25 signees at every level for collegiate sports. Through the Global Scholars Program, you legitimately pass laws. You've had blended classes, a highlight many of you mentioned in your senior survey. You were the first class to experience SOAR and homeroom. And while many of you are más o menos on homeroom, you appreciated the extra time in SOAR. You were the first class to experience state walks, and our first ever female principal, Principal Thornton. You composed original songs, you created new works of art, created new pranks, the senior cookout. What was with the dog? Did we make it all the way through with the dog? Did you know there was a dog on campus today? Okay, cool. You created a rare and unique memory with signing plain white tees to commemorate the band. There was a solar eclipse, a leap day, and the largest electromagnetic surge of the aurora borealis. Your year, by all means, has been unique and electric. When we say Naperville Central is different and special, here's what we mean. Not every school has an adapted PE program, an adapted art program, a literary magazine, an award-winning newspaper. Not every school has funding for the arts or really the entire CTE department. Few schools offer auto or TCD. Not every school offers their students Chromebooks, personal opportunities for every single student to learn. We don't all have this beautiful library space, which some of you and all of you took advantage of. Or offers Kathy's Cultural Corner, an opportunity for us again to all grow and inform ourselves as global citizens. Yeah, the timer, don't worry, I'm getting there. There was so much audience participation, I was so thrilled. Not every school has BPA, JSA, math team, GEMS, DECA, Model UN, Science Olympiad, robotics, Girls Who Code, computer science, Dungeons and Dragons Club, class councils, Rotary Interact, Red Crew, Eco Club, special spaces, ski and snowboarding. This is so fun. Debate, speech, exemplary student research program, marching band, Spanish, German, Chinese, and French clubs, Scholastic Bowl, and tech crew. When we say Naperville Central is different and special, here's what you said. Your friends, your special support system, and the memories you made together during ice cream runs, blasting music down the hall, off-campus lunch, high school dances, pep rallies, student council, cross-country practices. Coach Adams' secret special sauce? So my goal here was to include every club and sport and activity, and I was thinking of swimming, and then I was told there's some secret sauce going on, so I don't know, inform me later, Tiger Bomb, ... I don't think we're gonna get tip 203 on that, so I think we're good. Dancing in assemblies, the art department, student services, supportive counselors, and the incredible teachers who support academics and mental health. And no, not every school has a Ben Crowley. You have left a legacy of difference, giving so much to the school. And during your freshman year, a study of 240 adults, class 240, in 2021 found that when participants received brief phone calls a few times a week, their levels of depression, loneliness, and anxiety were rapidly reduced compared with people who didn't receive a call. As Dr. Wallinger, the study, or really the novelist in this study, found that it was a gold mine of vitality that we are not paying attention to. So as you go and as we get older, a lot of the time we say, I don't have time, but everyone has 8 minutes to give, as our alarms just proved. 8 minutes can make the world of a difference. In the poem that I read, Alberto Rios wrote, "Giving is first and every time, hand to hand, mine to yours, yours to mine." So I'd like to take a moment for you to examine your hands. And as you do, they're evolutionary marvels. There's actually 29 major and minor bones, 123 named ligaments, 34 muscles, which move the fingers and thumb, 24 named sensory branches, and your bones and your fingers are stronger than a lead pencil. And if you can just look at our incredible interpreter, Caden Marshall here. He's literally relaying this entire night with just his hands. Volleyball knows the power of hands and a spike and pancake. Dynasty knows the power of hands and creating beats. Chess knows the power of moving a piece into checkmate. Maybe you actually weren't involved in any of the sports, clubs, activities I mentioned because your hands were busy. Busy helping at a job, busy helping with your family, busy helping yourself heal. Busy learning a new skill, and that's okay because in your sphere, you are making a difference. If you look at your hands, you each have fingerprints, completely unique and individual identity marker. From your fingers, you have the ability to completely inspire someone with a reassuring touch, a nice text. You hold power in your hands, the power to share helpful information, the power to tell your story. Some of you asked about networking, and the best networking strategy, and this was taken from the alumni night, is to help others first strategy. And when I asked you how you wanted and what information you wanted from the commemorative address, you really asked 4 questions. How do you cope with self-doubt? How do you deal with failure and fear? How do you decide what to do when you don't know? And how do you make meaningful, healthy relationships? So I'd like to now help a hand and answer these questions, and I'd like to do it with just one. So the first hand gesture is important. Take your fist and open it. You cannot receive if your hand is not open. You cannot receive ideas, compliments, gifts, opportunities. A clenched fist is a signal of fear. Trust and believe. The act of opening your hand is releasing. Release old identities, old versions of yourself that don't serve you. Leave them here. Release any negativity. Openness also refers to living authentically as yourself. Many of you don't know, but the highest vibrational frequency that we as humans can detect is authenticity. Most of life's problems actually come from a conflict of values, and also when you feel like you're not really being true to yourself. And so I found, and you've helped me create spaces where I've been allowed to be authentically myself. And as a result, I felt the most seen, loved, and accepted. And many of you did the incredibly difficult work of making Naperville Central a place where people felt loved and accepted. Okay, I've been talking a while. Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me. Yeah? Okay, awesome. All right, thumbs up, here we go. Focus on the positive. You've heard that all the time, but in others, in the environment, focus on progress, not perfection. I know you've heard it a million times, but like truly attracts like. So the more you focus on positive energy, the more you attract and cultivate. Notice who you're around when you're your best self, and spend more time with them. Okay, so part of what you asked was for me to be real. So now I'm going to talk about when life goes thumbs down, or essentially how do you respond to failure. How have I dealt with rejection, addiction, breakups, family drama, death, SA, harassment, loneliness, anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations, parental and familial strife, stress, and trauma? Truthfully, sometimes it's ordering Portillo's, a lot of retail therapy, spend some days rotting, binge watching Bridgerton. By the way, if you're here and the Bridgerton's coming out, I know, don't worry, we're getting there. But then I move into actual therapy. I've taken medication, I take a long walk, I turn on my favorite song and dance alone. Sometimes I book a trip, catch flights, not feelings sometimes, you know. I call my good friends, I cry it out, and then I reflect. I stay open, and I think back to all I've overcome. I ask myself the following questions. What if the setback is the setup? What if the struggle is the seed? What if the challenge is the catalyst? What if the mistake is the magic? What if the obstacle is the opportunity? What if the test is the testimony? And what if the darkness is the only way to see the light? This allowed me to shift away from the thinking of, I must get it right. I must get it right. We're at this school. I must get it right. But to focusing on processing and thinking about, but what feels right? And then, honestly, you just keep going. Okay, so now the pointer. I know what some of you are thinking. What's up, brother? Special teams, special plays, special players. Tuesday. All right. It's actually Wednesday, but here we are, right? I think today's Wednesday. Maybe it's Thursday, who knows? All right, now let's talk about the concept of pointing. Okay, our pointing finger is probably one of our most used. Abby Wambach, a soccer icon, explained that every goal she ever scored belonged to her entire team. She said, when you score, you better start pointing. Champion each other's successes. Celebrate your successes. One of my favorite memories from this class is genuinely one of the most recent assemblies when we had the Special Olympians and Special Olympians basketball. And if you can remember the just incredible electric energy that happened when our Special Olympians hit three-point shots and everyone just erupted and cheered, and you pointed to them because it wasn't about you, it was about coming together. Celebration creates this vibrational energy, and the more we celebrate, the more celebrations happen. Point can also be used to say, one, the best way to build a relationship is to go first. Love is not love without vulnerability. Practice going first. Literally just, hi. Next year, just say, hi, I'm Taylor, but insert your name. You could say Taylor too, that's cool. Be the first to apologize, the first to ask the hard question. When I start to doubt myself, I think back to the first time I did something, and I think of all the times I completed it, embarrassed myself, or maybe messed up. But some of us don't know or can't imagine a better future for ourselves because maybe we haven't seen someone like us complete it. And then it's your time to ask yourself, what if I'm the first? You've been a part of many firsts here, so take on that mentality into whatever space you have next. All right, here comes the peace sign. Now, this was like the cute little face we used to make back in my day. I think it's this, which we're getting there, but. All right. You've had to navigate incredibly difficult, very dramatic times in high school. You've had to navigate political tensions, racial and ethnic tensions. You've had to navigate a gender-fluid world. You've had to handle incredibly difficult concepts, and you've seen major divisiveness. And you've sort of had to do it on your own because not even adults can really handle this subject that well. And so while these things have also occurred, during your high school years, which are arguably your most dramatic, social media has made this information even more accessible. So you literally experience a global trauma in the middle of your most dramatic years. So jadedness, fatigue, overwhelm, anxiety, those are fairly normal emotions for you to feel if you've been paying attention. And I'm completely impressed with many of your ability to stay kind, compassionate, and peaceful during such a tumultuous time, and you keep fighting for peace and inclusion. The key to peace is seeking first to understand and then to be understood. And as my mother always said, avoid assuming because it makes an ass out of you and me. But if you must assume positive intent. On Sunday, you'll peace out of here, but remember to be a bridge builder, a peacemaker. Speaking of love and community, which I adore and is necessary for peace, let's take a break really quick before my last 2 points and take a little selfie with the people next to you and create your little heart sign. Yep, do it. Cute. All right, friends. Okay, so after we've done this, we're gonna drop that middle finger, yes. Drop the middle finger. That finger is only reserved for people who leave toilet seats up, cheaters, people who leave carts in parking lots, or underclassmen who take your parking spot. I'm kidding, sort of. So that leaves this, rock on. If you've ever been in my class or around me, you'll occasionally hear me say rock on or let's rock it out. I don't even know where that came from, but this is what I've decided is what I mean. To rock on is to fully commit. To rock on means to try with everything, to be enraptured, sort of losing yourself in the moment. If you've seen a rock star, I can't say that without thinking of Eminem. If you've seen a rock star in the middle of a solo or hitting a high note, their eyes are closed, they're in the flow. And if you're gonna fail, just go down in a blaze of glory. We admire rock stars, well, because they're cool. And rock stars are cool. Caring is cool. Trying is cool. Loving someone is cool. Showing up is cool. Trying something new is cool. Getting rejected is cool. Gosh, because it just means that you fully went for it. It means you're having fun. You're letting your hair down. You're trying something. Maybe there's a little head banging, some dance, some play, laugh. Be goofy. I'm so proud of y'all. You pulled the prank. Sorry, I'm Principal Thornton. Okay. Do the dress-up days. Create the new ritual or ceremony, but prioritize play and fun. My last point I'm going to borrow from two music artists that have defined your year. The first is for my fellow Swifties. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're a real tough kid. Listen, how you deal with self-doubt is you remember that you quite literally everything I just told you. You remember all you've accomplished in these 4 years. I mean, genuinely think about it. What time in your life will you have to run the pacer, then go learn about space cascade, write a literary analysis paper, open your phone to see only 3 people liked your post, remember to bring in your athletic form, pack your bag for cross-country practice, then send in your FAFSA, go to practice where your coach might yell at you, scarf down maybe some food, then start your 4 hours of homework and doze off around 2 a.m. or maybe doom scroll until 4 a.m., roll out of bed, and then start it all over. Listen. You can give up past versions of yourself, like I said, drop them, release them, but you can't ever give up on yourself. From the Plain White Tees, there's only one thing to say, 3 words for you. I love you. Oh, so cute, I know. Yeah. You are so loved. There's truly no one like you. As Principal Thornton just said, there's no class like you. Remember, no one has your fingerprints. Hopefully. At this time, I'd like to ask us to dim the lights, and I'd like us to reach for those phones one last time. And I'd like you to turn your light on when you think of someone who loves you. Yeah, but turn them on. James Baldwin, American writer and civil rights activist, wrote, "The longer I live, the more deeply I learn about love. Whether we call it friendship or family or romance, it's the work of mirror and magnifying each other's light." I love Naperville Central. I love my colleagues. I love my students. But really, what I want you to understand, and here's what I genuinely need you to understand. When you show up for yourself, the world is conspiring to help you as well. I had a completely different ending to this involving these lights, but this happened yesterday, and you just can't make this stuff up, okay? So I was on my way to the girls' soccer program, and I had to announce to my team that I'm moving to Austin, Texas, and I was not looking forward to it because I was going to be very emotional. So as one does, I was, running and having too many things, and I left these pennies in the laundry basket, so I had to turn around. I was worried, and then I was dehydrated, so I needed to stop for water. And a lot of the time, those can be annoyances, right? You can grip the wheel and be pissed, but enough times has happened where I just opened my eyes and was like, well, this is the way that it is. So then I pull up behind this car, and you can't see it very well, but agape, the license plate, is a word for the most powerful and pure love, the kind of love and action that shows empathy, extends the desire for the good of the beloved, it wants the best, it extends help, it demonstrates good intentions, and is intended for everyone. It's unrelenting, endlessly pursuing. Agape love is sacrificial. It never gives up. And then in the corner, you'll see here, a special symbol for the Harry Potter series, and accompanied by the word always. And this line refers to a character sacrificing for another, and there's this famous line where you've loved her all this time, and the character says always. As many of you know, that my classroom is literally decorated like Hogwarts, so you can say I'm a bit of a fan. And what you can't see up here is that, it's going to say 423 for my literalist, but by the time that I looked down, it was 424, which, if you remember, to start my speech, is my birthday. So this moment happened, and that, to me, is, again, an omen, a God wink, however you want to call it, because it was out of my control. Naperville Central will always be a place where you can return and know you are loved. Your time at Naperville Central was, in fact, far more than 8 minutes, as was this speech. It was 8 semesters. But in your time, you made a difference. Now, going forward, you decide what type of difference that is. Will you lead with open palms or clenched fists? Will you be the one who gives more approvals or disapprovals, thumbs up or thumbs down? Will you choose to lead with peace and love or middle fingers? Will you choose to rock out, to fully commit? And will you be the one to spread love? One of my favorite songs is by the band Need to Breathe. One of their stanzas includes these lines. He walks up on the hill, on the rock on which he stands. He looks back at the crowd. He looks down at his hands, and he says, I am a difference maker. Tomorrow, you won't walk up a hill, but you will walk up on a stage. You'll stand, you'll look up at the crowd in the stands. You'll look down at your diploma, and when you look down, I hope you say, I am a difference maker. Thank you.
Next, we would like to welcome our last musical act, the NCHS Chorales, singing Heaven is a Place on Earth and Try Again Tomorrow.
Do of kids on the street outside. When you walk into the room, you pull me close and we start to move. And we're spinning with the stars above, and you lift me up in a wave of love. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. In this world we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Maybe I was afraid before, but I'm not afraid anymore. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
To close the commemorative program, we will be showing a video program of photos from the class of 2024 put together by Katie Lawnpiper and Hawk TV.
I'm Luke, and I'm ready to get rowdy this year.
I'm Eli, let's get lit.
I'm Caitlin, get rowdy.
I'm Sam, let's get loud, Red Hawks.
I'm Lily, let's go Hawks.
I'm Michael, woo!
I'm Ronan, Hawks Country, let's fly.
I'm Sam, and let's go Red Hawks.
Walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. Dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the city.
slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny tricks of time, slipping through my fingers. Undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Yeah. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. No. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can.
Congratulations, class of 2024. As we look forward to the weekend, we hope you enjoy these last moments of senior year. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for graduation practice and senior picnic, and then finally for our graduation ceremony on Sunday. Congratulations.